Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2023 Ford Maverick. Seems like I'm doing a lot of these videos lately. And so, of course, if you'd like to stay updated on these types of videos, keeping you updated on what's going on when it comes to any kind of changes to whatever it might be. In this case, it's canceled Maverick orders. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can stay notified the next time I have another video upload to our YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to cover this. We have a new follow-up to the hybrid order cancellations for 22. For those of you that aren't aware, I did a video been about a week ago or so where because of part constraints, I don't know if it's the hybrid motor or the transmissions, I've been hearing stories both ways, that they're not able to fulfill all of the orders that were already scheduled by Ford for 2022 model year. So a lot of these orders were, they were scheduled for like even September build dates. I think they kept getting pushed to October and pushed into November, and now they're being pushed into December, December 19th at one point. Some of those are even being pushed back after that. So now we want to know, what's the story, what's going to happen, how are these going to get transferred in, how are these going to get built? Because these orders will get canceled because they cannot be built in 22 model year. So the production for 2022 is finishing up on November 23rd, which is the same date that the 2023 production starts for that, and it will need a VIN for 2023, and those 22s will not have that. So here's kind of the scenario of what is going on. I got the news bulletin here to kind of go over this with everyone. So hopefully this makes sense. And of course, we'll be talking about this probably in our live stream on Tuesday night. If you're watching this, if you have any questions, don't forget to come over, or Thursday night on Facebook as well on our Facebook page. So you want to definitely make sure you're following us. We'll keep you updated. We'll keep you going. We'll also we have these live Q&As just to help you guys out if you're confused about this. So here's what's going to happen. So these orders in here, these 22 orders, have their order numbers tied to them for these orders. Now these orders will be transferred over by Ford into the dealer's ordering system. But here's the caveat to this. If the dealer has a new 23 order that has identical order number, Ford can't do that. They can't transfer it over. So dealers have until, I think the date was November 9th, to make those changes to those new orders. I've actually already looked at mine. I actually brought this up to the brand manager, and maybe that's why they thought about this. We have 4 orders out of our 19. We have 19 orders that are being canceled. Of those 19, only 4 of them have duplicate numbers of what we're already using for 23, because we assumed they were scheduled and we could reuse those order numbers. So we will need to change those 4 orders to new order numbers. So basically, any duplicate order, if you have a 22 order that has that same one that's being canceled, as well as a 23, then if they have the same number, you need to change the number on the 23 order, not the 22 order. So keep that in mind. They already know which ones they are. So you'll need to make sure you make those changes to those orders. Let your customers know. Maybe print new sheets for them so they have them, so that you can see the changes in those order numbers. It should trigger a DORA as well for you, so you know which ones of those you needed to change. Now, how do you want to look for these? You want to go into your WebDOS system as dealers. So you want to go in there. You want to look for those 22. Just select 2022 orders, and then you should be able to see which ones are scheduled for what dates. So you should be able to export out this. So let me show you a graphic. I'm gonna do this on some orders so you can kind of see what this looks like. So what you want to do as a dealership is you want to go in there, select your 22 orders, select the ones that are scheduled for a week. So that way that'll come down to everything else that's supposed to be built is already scheduled to the day. If you schedule to the week, it should get just those ones that need to be converted over, that are going to be converted over for 23. So once you do that, you can export and download that list, and then you have your list of the people that are going to be canceled and need to be switched in there. At that point, you will have their order numbers, and then you can match that with order numbers for 23 orders. So hopefully that makes sense. Change those order numbers. Do that by November 9th is what it says. So I'd probably want to do it before then. I'd probably do it this week if I were you. But anyway, so that's how that's going to work. So what's going to happen? Customers need to be reassured they have a 22 order that's being canceled. Ford is putting it in. They're going to duplicate that order for the dealer into their order system as a 23 order, identical to what they have. And what's going to happen is, I'll talk about the different changes here in just a second, but they will duplicate that in there for you. and they will give it a priority code 99. So the reason it has a 99 is because they don't want that to actually get scheduled without you talking to the customers and making sure that the customers are okay with those changes. So you want to go ahead and do that and make sure you make those changes. So you will have until November 30th on these orders to update, go over with your customer. Here's what your order looks like now. Keep in mind of these things, and I'm going to tell you what the different changes are to a couple different packages that you want to make sure you note with your customers. But then you want to make sure once you've done that to go ahead and then change your priority code to 10 to 19. It doesn't matter, somewhere in there, because then what Ford's going to do after November 30th is they're going to take those orders and they're going to give them a priority 2. So they will get first priority over any 10s in the system. So that's how that's going to work. So here's, let me go over real quick some of these different changes to these packages. So some things to note. So in 2022, there were a couple things. Here's what's going to happen. So Velocity Blue was available in 2022. It is not available in 2023. So when that order goes over, it's going to be given Atlas Blue as a color. So you'll need to let customers know they will not be able to get Velocity Blue. So I know some customers are like, well, Ford needs to do that. Ford doesn't have to do anything that I want to do. So just keep that in mind. If you want a Velocity Blue, I'm sorry. Try to find one, and maybe a dealer is available. A dealer somebody doesn't take or something like that. But you're going to have to pick a different color. Also, if you had the 2022, the XLT luxury package included the remote start, the drop-in liner, or spray-in liner, one of those. And it also included the cargo management system or the bed rail system. That was included in that package last year. Now, this year, those 3 items are not included in that package. So you'll need to get with your customers and see if they want to add those as standalone options. Keep in mind, one thing I always tell people is there's a reason why they're taking those 3 items out of that package for 2023. It's because it will help speed up your order getting selected. Spray and bed liner can be added at the dealer or later, outsourced that way. The bed rail system can be purchased through parts as well, and you can install it yourself with 3 easy bolts, I believe, or screws. And then also the cargo or the remote start. May want to put that on there. I've been telling a lot of my customers, I think the remote start won't hold things up as much. I think it's more that spray and bed liner and the bed rails than anything. But that's a way that looks. Now, also in the Lariat luxury package, actually they forgot some things here, so I'm going to actually, there it is. 2 pages. It's on the second page. So on the Lariat luxury package for 2022, it included the remote start, the spray and bed liner, that cargo management or bed rail system, and it also included all the features as part of the Copilot 360 Assist package features. So that means adaptive cruise control, includes the evasive steering assist, and something else I'm forgetting right now, but it includes those features within that package. The front sense, or I think the front sensing system or something. Or maybe the rear. It's the rear parking sensors. That's what it is. So those there are all included in the luxury package of 22. But in 23, they are not included. So just like with the XLT luxury package, you would have to add the remote start, those bed rails, and spray and liner as standalone options. And then if you want the adaptive cruise, evasive steering assist, and the rear parking sensors, make sure your dealership adds the Copilot 360 Assist package on top of that as well, if you want to have it just like it was built last year. So make those changes with your dealership, change those colors. Otherwise, everything else should be good for you. And then make sure they take that priority code from 99 down. My fear is that if it's left in 99 after November 30th, that they might get canceled. Those orders might get canceled. So I don't know for sure, so don't take me on that. Nobody freak out on me here. But that's the way that's going to work. Also, the private offer. That's the last thing I want to talk about. It is going to match the private offer that everyone else received for an unscheduled order into 23, 2750, because these orders are being canceled, are hybrid orders. So they'll get 2750 private offer given to them as well. That might take a little while to process, so give them some time for that. I'd probably say give them till November 30th to make sure everything gets converted over. Once they get converted over, those private offers will probably be generated and everything, and you should be able to see it. So give them till probably at least November 9th. And then you could be looking in there, but probably nothing to stress out about until about November 30th. Again, the private offer is what you're going to receive when you purchase the new 23. It's not cash you're receiving from Ford. kind of talked about private offer not that long ago. But that's kind of, you know, you learn a little bit more about it if you watch that video that I did on that, so, or the live stream. So that's, I think, everything I've covered here as part of the follow-up. And I just read it and just turn the recording on here for you. So hopefully I didn't forget anything. Again, we'll talk about this a little bit more in a live stream Tuesday night on the 1st of November. We'll be talking about it and answering any questions you might have about this. I'm sure a lot of people have questions even after watching this. But hopefully this did help you out. I wanted to get this information as quickly as possible. So hopefully you can get this information for you. And again, if you like to stay updated on this information, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell as well so you can stay notified when a video goes live. And don't forget to check out our live streams every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central. If you can't watch it live, that's fine. We'll always be able to see it on our YouTube channel under our live videos later. They're always recorded and you can rewatch them, as well as you can listen to our podcast as well, starting that night late, usually 9:30. That podcast is available on the favorite podcasting streams as well. So again, hopefully this helped you out. It gave you some information. It gave us a little more information of what the process is going to look like, and a couple things that the dealership needs to make sure they're doing with those orders. And as customers, give them a little time. You have, I think, November 9th is when they're going to be in there. So it's going to be a few weeks before they're going to be in the system. Going into your dealership this week isn't going to help you. So probably, you know, starting next week, we can start looking at these orders. Hopefully they're in there by next week, and then we can start tweaking those orders, making sure they're solidified and ready. And then don't know if we'll have to do COVP paperwork. It doesn't mention that we have to there. And actually we can't submit a COVP, so we shouldn't have to do it on these orders, but they are going to be given priority too. So make sure you get those orders updated for the customer, and you take it down from that 99 to that priority 10 is what I'd give it. And then they will see those orders and give them a priority 2. Looks like November 30th. So anyway, hopefully this helps you out. Give some information. If you did, smash the like button. And again, I always appreciate you guys. So again, thank you very much for watching this video. And until the next week, or until the next video, I should say, we'll see you later. Have a good day.